What's going on, guys? This is episode 4 of Chalk Sports Talk. My name's Tanner. This is my co-host Blaze, and we're about to be going over Week 16 of the NFL. It is Monday afternoon, right before the Saints and Packers play, and we're about to do a little recap to go off first. You ready?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, let's do it. You want to start off with the Texans and Chiefs game?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
That game was not as good as I was hoping,
No, not at all.
but I was more hoping for the Chiefs to lose.
This was the 1 o'clock. Yeah, this was the 1 o'clock game.
This was
the
that
one that
early
started
one.
us
It was
off.
at a really weird time. I was a bit confused.
Yeah, first thing I want to talk about is Tank Dell. You seen that injury, right?
That was bad.
Man, yeah,
His
right when I
bone.
seen him go down,
His
it
bone was
hurt.
sticking
Yeah,
out, right?
No, I don't think it was sticking out fully. I'm not completely sure. I know they were censoring it on TV, so they didn't want to show that
Hold on.
graphicness. So maybe it was just because they were censoring it, but no, yeah, prayers up to Tank Dell for sure. I seen C.J. Stroud really mourning him after he got injured. It's because he said it straight up. That's his best friend on the team right
Yeah,
there.
He was in tears. It
Yeah,
was-
completely in tears. I think honestly, after that happened, like I was with my buddy watching the game, and he was like, "Oh, the Texans, they're gonna win now. I mean, he's gonna play for his boy." I think that's the reason they lost.
Yeah,
Honestly.
you could tell they missed the extra point.
Yeah, I mean, they were just complete. Yeah, they did miss the extra point.
Fairbairn missed the extra point, and he never missed the extra point.
Yeah, I mean, they were shooken up completely.
They
completely
were-
shooken up. I mean, I don't know exactly what Stroud did after. Maybe I can see right here in the play-by-play.
Yeah, it was not.
Yeah,
was
he
not
didn't even
good.
lead another touchdown drive after that. Let's see. Yeah, so there was punt, a 3-and-out after, a 14-play field goal, and then another 3-and-out.
I don't think
So 2 3-and-outs and then a 14-play and then a field goal.
Did
So yeah,
Stroud even throw for many yards? He got sacked like 8 times.
Oh yeah. No, he was getting pressured all day. All day
I can tell you
long.
the numbers.
He had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions,
Pressured-
23 completions on 39 attempts, 244 yards.
pressured 39% of the time.
39%. That's a
That's
yeah,
not a
huge.
huge margin, but
that's-
that's a good amount.
I'm about to say that's pretty big. We were talking about last week about the Texans defense. They didn't show up.
No, they didn't,
They
and
did not show up at all.
I really thought they would have.
Yeah, me too. I thought they were gonna be good, but nope, they didn't show up. Joe Mixon. He was
He
also
can't play good
shaky
against
too.
good defenses. I
Yeah,
saw,
14 carries, 57 yards. I was mediocre. Mediocre day for him.
Yeah, I saw a stat line now. and it was
Kareem
like-
Hunt is taking Isaiah Pacheco's job.
Yeah, which sucks because I picked him up in fantasy.
Yeah, but no, Kareem Hunt definitely is the new guy in Kansas City unless there's a change up next year. I mean, I could see them.
No, they're gonna change it up. I don't think you stick with Kareem Hunt.
I don't know, man. He's been really good for the team.
There's no universe where you stick with Kareem Hunt. Are you on something? He's 38, basically.
He's 29.
Not 38.
He's 29 years old.
But he's from
He's
Toledo.
definitely got some good seasons left in him.
Well, hopefully they keep
But-
him out of elevators.
No, I think it would be cool if they try to split the snaps more. I mean, even though they kind of did.
They did. They gave it to
Pacheco
the
9 carries, Kareem Hunt 11, but yeah,
Yeah,
Pacheco
was a
26 yards.
minus 6.7 EPA.
Yeah, no,
So expected points added. So he lost them points.
he didn't play good at all. This was the first game Hollywood Brown was back, right?
Yes.
Hollywood Brown, 5 receptions, 45 yards. He had a decent game.
Yeah. I
Played pretty
still
well.
think Tank Dell had a crazy game.
Yeah, Tank Dell was going off until he got injured. It was
His
just,
completion rate over expected was 28.9%.
I was amazed how like you get injured, like a gruesome injury like that, and he held on to that ball and got that touchdown.
I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, I don't know how he did. I was like, wow, he still got the touchdown. That's a
His leg might not be there,
yeah,
but
that's a good way to go out, I guess.
At least
I
he
mean, it
got the
sucks,
catch.
but praise up to Tank Dell for sure. Hoping him a speedy recovery for the Texans. I mean that's an injury where he might not even come back till halfway through the season next year.
somebody was saying it might be a career.
Oh man, I hope not.
That
Tank
that
Dell.
one seemed a bit extreme, though.
Yeah, I don't know, but it looked bad.
Yeah.
You want to move on?
Yeah. I don't really have
Steelers
anything else for that
Steelers
one.
at Ravens.
We were spot on.
Yeah, I gave you guys Ravens -3 on this play. It was a little close at the start. Yeah, it was 17-10 at halftime, Ravens, but Ravens
Derrick-
came out and did Ravens thing in
Derrick
the second half.
Henry, 8.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, 24 carries, 162 yards, a 44 long. Amazing.
That 44-yard play was insane.
Yeah, I also before I didn't talk about this or post this or anything, but I took Mark Andrews anytime touchdown at plus 220.
You're the reason. My fantasy team was struggling. She had Lamar, Mark Andrews, and the kicker.
Oh man.
But it doesn't matter. I'm winning.
There you
and
go.
We'll get over that. We'll talk about that in a minute, about why I'm winning.
But yeah, Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 15 completions on 23 attempts. Yeah, that I did give you guys over 18.5 completions. That did not hit, but with only 23 attempts, it's really hard to get over 18.5 completions.
Russell Wilson had a bad game.
Yeah, he did. But Lamar, he was at 15 going into the fourth quarter, and Derrick Henry just did Derrick Henry things for them, was easily running the ball. So, yeah, why throw it? Exactly.
That one was a scary one.
Yeah, that wasn't a scary one. Exactly why I didn't want to happen. He got to the number he needed to in the third quarter. I was like, okay, we're looking good. And then they scored easily with Derrick Henry just running the ball down the field. And that's when I knew I was like, all right, yeah, this one might be cooked.
Yeah, Derrick he had a play over 20. He had 15 runs that hit over 15 miles per hour of speed.
Mm-hmm.
That is insanity.
Yeah, he got up there.
He is going to be around here for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
Who else had good games? Calvin Austin, I guess, at the one.
Yeah, they're still hurting though from no George Pickens, that's for sure.
He should be back this Christmas Day though.
Oh, really? Okay, that's great for the Steelers. Yeah,
it would be a Christmas miracle for me.
Would definitely be. Oh, yeah, I guess for you, it would be a Christmas miracle for the Steelers fans as well.
Holding on to my boy.
But yeah, no, this was exactly what I thought was going to happen in this game.
Oh yeah.
The Steelers sticked around for a little bit, but the Ravens just, they
it's like
their
first win in they haven't won in like 4 games.
Who, the Ravens?
Yeah. It's the first win at Steelers.
Oh yeah.
That rivalry is a great rivalry.
Yeah, it is.
It'll always be.
But yep, so Ravens move. I think we were talking about Ravens to win the division. I think it was like plus 110, plus 120.
It's now minus 150.
Minus 150. There you go. Boom.
That would have been a huge
bet. And if they beat the Texans this week and the Steelers lose to the Chiefs on Christmas Day, I think that one will lock it up for them for the division, right?
Yes, as long as they have to win out. Ravens have to win out.
Okay.
But they play the Browns, I think, next.
Last game?
I think so.
And that's in Baltimore, right?
Yes.
Yep, in Baltimore against the Browns. Let's be honest, if they beat the Texans, they're probably going to beat the Browns because the Browns are. We'll talk about them later.
That's
but
what we said last time.
Yeah, but that was earlier in the year.
That was without DTR.
Yeah, and DTR did DTR things. We'll wait until we get to that game, though.
Let's move on to the Giants Falcons.
Giants Falcons, okay.
No one wants to talk about this game.
Another pick right here. I gave out Falcons -3. Another one that just, super easy. 34-7 Falcons. I'm not even going to lie, though. I was watching.
Penix sucked.
And he did not suck. You didn't watch this game if you think he sucked. He did pretty good.
I was not able to watch this game.
Okay, then yeah, you don't know what you're talking about then. But
he looks bad though.
No, he looked fine. He didn't look good in the first half, but then he came in and he did the thing in the second half.
All right, yeah.
He didn't have any passing touchdowns, but we talked. Bijan Robinson was going to own this game. Yeah. And what did he do? He owned the game. But yeah, I gave you guys Falcons -3. That hit with ease. I was a little scared actually at the start. The Giants were up 7-3 on the Falcons. Yeah, and I was like, oh man, like what's going on? It's the second quarter, like halfway through the second quarter. Falcons are down. And then right when I said that, they got a pick 6.
Yeah, pick 6. Two pick sixes.
And then after that it was done.
It was 2 defensive touchdowns.
Yep. So yeah, what do you really want Penix to do? Once you're up like that, you're not gonna force the ball.
I wasn't sure because we were watching Sonic, so Sonic 3. Good movie. Yeah, it looks like Tyrone had a bad game, but I guess you really can't run.
You can't establish a pass game.
Yeah. Bijan had a great game.
Yep, and we called that one right there. 22 carries, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. He looked great.
Fast. 4 15-mile-per-hour runs. Neighbors, 14 targets, 7 receptions. How many of those targets were actually catchable? Feels like half of those targets might just be. Granted, his catch rate over expected is low at -11, which is not great when you have to factor that in. But I think overall he probably had a good game, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Again, this game, it does have playoff implications technically because the Falcons are still in there, especially with Bucks loss. yesterday. But it wasn't the most entertaining game. But yeah, I think Penix Jr. had a pretty good start. If he didn't, I could have seen them putting Kirk Cousins back in for next week, but they're not. They're sticking with Penix.
I would hope so.
Let's move on to the next.
Cardinals at Carolina.
Okay.
That one was insane. I saw the end of that one. The Cardinals needed to win that game. They are now eliminated from the playoff race.
Yep.
You lost to the Panthers. Bryce Young. He threw like crap, apparently. But Chuba Hubbard. Holy crap. What a stat line. 152, 2 touchdowns, 6.1 yards a carry. 6.1 yards a carry is insanity. What was the Cardinals' game plan? Because James Conner had a game too. 117 yards, 7.8 yards a carry.
Yep.
With a 40-yard long. I would imagine if you're the Cardinals, you would hand the ball off 100 times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you're getting 7 yards a carry.
The Panthers' rush defense was no good. We talked about it in the last video. Also gave you guys James Conner anytime touchdown. Again, cash with ease. That was a banger right there.
But yeah, in the second quarter.
It was in the second quarter. I paired that up with Jahmyr. Little spoiler. Paired up with Jahmyr Gibbs. Made that on a parlay. Jahmyr Gibbs cashed that one in the first quarter. So nice little first half cash for y'all.
So Coker had a good game. It doesn't say he had a good game, but he had a good game.
Yeah.
He only had 8 yards, but I'm pretty sure he had a touchdown that was called back.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the back of the end zone, I think it was called back for holding or something like that. So it wasn't really his fault that he didn't have a statistical good game.
Yeah, and poor Trey McBride. I mean, didn't Kyle Murray promise us a touchdown for him?
Yeah. Trey McBride's a disappointment to his entire family. I'm kidding.
No, he's been great. He's been really great. I mean, he wasn't great yesterday, but he's been amazing, but no touchdowns. But the receiving end of that, very good.
Marvin Harrison, is he that kind of meh?
No, it's not him. I think it's Kyle Murray.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Marvin Harrison's a dog. I think you put him in a different situation. Maybe even get him next year. Then he'll develop a little bit.
Well, because people are saying, he's the most surefire thing in prospect history, but he hasn't looked great.
No, yeah, he's been very underwhelming this season, but I don't think it's fully his fault. I believe it's Kyle Murray's.
Kyle Murray.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, I'm going to get ridiculed for this one. Bears lose to the Lions.
Yeah, so tell them what your take was in the last episode about the Lions and Bears.
So I came into this game saying, I think this is the game the Bears can pull the upset. The Lions are banged up. Caleb Williams has been looking good. The Bears haven't won, but I think that a upset could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game started, and then it didn't stop.
Yeah, it did not stop at all. I mean, the Lions, I'm looking at the ESPN win probability. At the end of the first quarter, they had a 90% chance of winning.
Yeah, that's not...
Already. They were up 20-0 at one point. I mean, it was just it's exactly what I said was going to happen. The Lions lost, and they knew they had to come into this game, and they had to win convincingly, and that's exactly what they did. They took care of business in Chicago.
But
there was never even a chance.
My little pick hit. No interception.
Yeah, no interception, and also Jahmyr Gibbs, anytime touchdown hit as well. So we did bang the props on that side. Caleb Williams, I mean, he had a good game. 334 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 26 on 40.
The rushing game was dead.
Yeah, the rushing game was dead. DeAndre Swift, 9 carries, 20 yards. I mean, they were just... How many tackles for loss did he have? Can you see that on there?
Which one? Who, Jahmyr Gibbs?
No, or DeAndre Swift.
His rushing EPA was minus 3.2.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's really all you really need to know.
Keenan Allen, amazing. 9 receptions, 141 yards, 1 touchdown on 13 targets. He looked awesome. I want to say Rome Odunze looked good, but he fumbled the ball 2 times. So
you don't want to do that.
Yeah, so
don't sleep on your boy. J-Mo.
No. But I was about to go over him too. Jameson Williams looking amazing. He's on the road to 1,000 yards now. I think he's going to get it. He's really close. Have you seen?
I think so too.
Look, 890.
Yeah.
110 left. 2 more games.
It's a J-Mo thing. All right. So,
I'd love to see him reach 1,000.
Next episode, you're going to eat a J-Mo burger, right? I think that's what we should do.
Yeah.
So the next episode, we'll have Tanner eat a J-Mo burger.
No, I've actually already done that.
Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah, no, yep. I opened up. I got a McDouble from McDonald's. Got a McFlurry. Opened it up. Put the ice cream on the McDouble. Love it. Thank you, Jameson Williams, for that idea. I will eat it on camera next time.
Yeah, when do they play the Vikings? Is that the Week 18 game?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when we should do it.
And they play it in Detroit.
In good fortunes, that's when we should do it.
Yeah, right. If I eat that burger, JMO, you better go off for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That'll be a hell of an episode.
That'll be awesome.
Colts, Titans.
Yeah.
Because that game's not really much more to cover.
Okay.
Mason Rudolph is Mason Rudolph. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Christmas time, so he's got to come in. AR threw the ball 11 times. He went 7 for 11.
Yeah.
131 yards, which is really good for...
How do you only throw the ball 11 times with not, like, that pressure? And
dude, decent. 131 yards?
Yeah.
On 11, so 11 yards an attempt. That's pretty solid for 7 completions.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor, 29 carries, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 70 long.
The fantasy GOAT and my DFS pick.
Yeah.
If you remember, on Saturday, we did a DFS draft, and I had Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, yep, he was that guy. He did Jonathan Taylor things. He took care of business. Ended up winning the game for the Colts, even though the Colts defense tried to lose it for them in the fourth quarter, giving up 15 points. But we won't go too much in depth about that because then again, this is a game that no playoff implications.
He scored 39 fantasy points.
Yeah, no, he went off. Gotta give Jonathan Taylor the props that he deserves. But
dude, he's the only reason I'm winning my fantasy game. Like, I was sweating this week. My aunt was talking so much smack. And then Jonathan Taylor did Jonathan Taylor thing.
Yeah, he did. And Josh Downs, 3 receptions, 61 yards, 1 touchdown.
He did. That touchdown was sick.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Chig did really good. 11 targets, 9 receptions. Chig Okonkwo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see him right there. Yep. Yeah, he played good, but I mean, they were coming from behind, so what'd you expect?
They didn't throw the ball a lot. So that's actually crazy. 4 of his 11 targets went to Downs. Adonai had a good game. I love him, by the way. If there's a guy you want, a prospect who you think is going to have a good season, you want to brag about, Adonai, I called him, Mitchell, is a beast. He's 6'6". Can you get the measurables on that? I think he's 6'6".
Let's find it. Let me find it right now.
On the Colts.
Oops.
Adonai Mitchell. He is 6'2", 205.
Mm-hmm.
And he runs as fast as Derrick Henry. So, if you want a guy who you think is going to have a good year next year, that's the guy.
That's the guy?
All right, there's nothing else for that game. On the kind of playoff implications, Rams at Jets.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep watching this game until the fourth quarter when the Rams scored 13 points. But this is another one I had. I had Rams money line. I don't want to say it cashed with ease, but it kind of did because they held the Jets to 0 points in the second half. Aaron Rodgers, man, how are we feeling about him?
He washed.
Yeah, no, he definitely is. I mean, he just looked really bad that second half. I mean, he looked bad the first half. I didn't think it could get any worse than it did. It got way worse,
Stafford, though. Stafford didn't look great. 14 for 19, 110 yards.
Yeah, no, but...
How do you let freaking... What's his name out there? Anthony Richardson. Kyren Williams, though, 122 yards, 1 touchdown, 5.3 yards a carry. That's some insanity. He had a good game.
Aaron Rodgers, yeah,
What? You okay?
What?
We're talking about Kyren.
Yeah, no, I'm still looking at Aaron Rodgers' stat line right now. I mean, 28 for 42. I mean, 42 attempts. What do you expect? Breece Hall didn't look good. 14 carries, 52 yards. This team has just been super underwhelming this year.
They're so disappointing.
It's a big letdown, but...
And they're only going to get worse.
Yeah, the Rams take care of business in New Jersey.
All right, let's move on to the... what's that game? The Commanders-Eagles game.
Commanders-Eagles, yeah, that was a game right there.
Jaden Daniels. Give him the MVP.
Yeah, 5 passing touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. They had 5 turnovers. They're the second team this season to win a game after 5 turnovers, the Commanders and the Lions. Yeah, no, he played great. I mean, we all know that Jalen Hurts concussion protocol. He had to go out.
That probably screwed them. But
let's be honest. If Jalen Hurts had to stay in this game, they would have won. But Kenny Pickett came out, 1 passing touchdown, 1 interception, 14 for 24. He didn't look terrible, but he didn't look good. He looked okay. He kept them in the game.
That was my fade of the week. That was my do not play Terry McLaurin in fantasy.
Yeah, 22 points from the Commanders in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, A.J. Brown had a game.
Yeah.
But Kenny Pickett, man.
Yeah, and what about Saquon Barkley? I mean, what was he? 109 rushing yards in the first quarter, 2 touchdowns. But then for the rest of the game, he only ran for what? 31?
Yeah, there was something
31,
about
41,
that.
Something?
Where I think the line was like plus 222 for the Commanders to win. And that would have been a great bet.
Yeah, no, I had the Commanders plus 3.5. I didn't give that one out though. But yeah, no, gotta love it.
Yeah, so let's move on to the Bengals, and then we'll take a break at the 4:25 game. So Browns at Bengals.
Yeah, this was another game. I gave out Bengals halftime, full time.
Ford had a good game.
Yeah, no, exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. I mean, DTR, he looked terrible. 157 yards on 20 completions, 34 attempts, 2 interceptions. Got sacked 5 times.
We said it, though. We did say it.
Yeah, not surprised at all. Jerome Ford, yeah, he was my fantasy pick last week.
Good pick.
11 carries, 92 yards, 1 touchdown, 66 long. Yards. He looked really good.
He had 39 receiving yards.
Yeah, 39 receiving yards as well. Sorry about that. Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase things again. 6 receptions, 97 yards, 1 touchdown.
That was garbage time, though.
Yeah, still, though. He still got that touchdown for the anytime touchdown parlays. I'm sure a lot of people were praying for that, and they ended up getting it. Joe Burrow looked good. Yeah, just a convincing win from the Bengals. I mean, I know it's the Browns, but they got the job done.
Still in the playoff
and
race.
I don't want to say the defense did good, but, I mean, they only had the Browns to 6 points. And it's the Browns. Yes, it's the Browns. It's DTR and the Browns, but they still did something. They did something they haven't been able to do all season long.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back for the 4:25 games.
All right.
I was trying to make it so that we had a decent transition.
Yeah.
I need to get a charger anyway.
We don't need this, bro. Look, there's mad clouds.
Yeah. So what were you looking for then? Why were you trying to stop it?
Did I pause it?
Did you? No, you ended it. All right, we're back now. We're going to go over the Minnesota Vikings at Seattle Seahawks.
Okay.
27-24. Sam Darnold had a good game. 3 touchdowns, 246 yards, no interceptions.
Yeah, he's been really great this year for Minnesota. He really stepped into a role that they needed him badly. I mean, everyone thought the Vikings were going to be
they're on the rebuilding.
No good. I mean, I remember looking at the start of the year, they were plus 1,000 to win the division. And even though they still have a chance, I don't think they're going to. They're there.
I still love the meme. I send it to you. It's John Daly and Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the Vikings who are 12-2 on a rebuilding year with a backup quarterback. And it's John Daly smoking a cigar, and then it's Tiger Woods standing there with the Lions having the best season of their entire career.
Maybe throw that up right here on the screen so you guys can see that. That's actually pretty funny. Meme. Yeah, but Sam Darnold, he's been great. Like you said, 3 passing touchdowns. He was sacked 3 times, but, not completely his fault.
Justin Jefferson.
10 receptions, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns on 13 targets. Jeez.
So, okay, this is going to sound terrible to say. Maybe Randy Moss should get cancer more often, because holy crap, when he gets cancer, Justin Jefferson does good. Is that terrible to say? That's really bad to say, isn't it?
Wow, that's all I have to say about that right there. Wow.
Love Randy Moss.
Wow.
He's fighting hard, but, I mean, since Randy Moss has gotten cancer, he's gotten 99 yards, 7 receptions, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions. 7 receptions, 73 yards, a touchdown, and then 144 yards, 10 receptions, 2 touchdowns.
Wow. Okay, so that's your take on that. Geno Smith, 31 completions, 43 attempts, 314 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, but 2 interceptions.
It's a Geno Smith game.
Yeah, it is a Geno Smith game right there. High passing yards, pretty good passing touchdowns and interceptions.
Is he the most slept on quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah.
I mean,
so.
Sam Darnold, kind of everyone knows about. No one really talks about him in the top 10.
Yeah.
Geno Smith might be a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, he's not bad. Kenneth Walker.
Ken Bone, baby.
He did not look good. 8 carries, 31 yards. Coming off that injury, he just didn't look good.
31 and 11 of the longest run was 11 yards.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was watching this game actually, and he was just getting stopped so many times. Getting stopped.
So Julian Love is a safety, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We got another Travis Hunter in the NFL. Julian Love, 1 carry, set 2 yards.
Gave you guys the JSN prop over 61.5 receiving yards. At the start, it was a little cold. He had 0 receiving yards at the end of the first quarter, but he ended up having 8 receptions, 95 yards, and a touchdown. He did JSN things. Easily cashed our prop. So thank you, JSN, for that one. Smashed that.
Another fantasy freaking nail biter, bro.
Yeah.
My aunt had him too.
Oh, really?
And I was sitting there. I was watching the game at my youth leader's house. And I'm like, JSN, please don't score here. Next play. Going deep, JSN in the back of the end zone. I'm like,
yeah, I know.
Damn it.
Yeah, he looks great. Good for him. DK Metcalf only 3 receptions, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
He got locked.
Yeah, he did get locked. He was catching at start, and then they figured out what they needed to do to lock him up, and they did exactly that.
Seattle should have probably won this game.
Yeah, right. I really thought they were after they took the lead. I think it was 24-20. I was like, ooh, okay, Seattle, let's go. And then, the Vikings made that touchdown run at the end.
Kevin O'Connell is 25-9 in one-possession games. And the second best in the NFL history with a minimum of 25 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good coach right there.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
Do you know what tree he's under?
What?
He's a Shanahan.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why then.
Yeah, they make good coaches.
Yeah.
Name one Dan Campbell tree.
That was funny. You thought that was funny, actually.
I did think it was funny. It won't matter. So that's actually an interesting one. Mike Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have any tree.
Yeah.
But he's a great coach.
He's an amazing coach.
I always found that very interesting. I don't think Dan Campbell will ever have a tree, per se.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Johnson might have a tree before he does, because it's not hate. It's just Dan Campbell's the leader of men.
Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah, no, I agree. I understand that.
He still no balls, though. He knows balls.
So let's go over to the Patriots at Bills. I gave you guys Patriots plus 14 on this one. Let's just say it cashed with absolute ease.
Bills, what are we doing?
They were up 14-0, right? Patriots? Yeah, the Patriots were up 14-0. When I seen that they were up 14-0, I was like, okay, that cashed.
I think they're doing what the Raptors do.
Yeah, right.
Where they win fun games.
Yeah.
Or they lose fun games.
Exactly what I thought was going to happen. I just thought the Bills would give up too many points to the Patriots. I know the Patriots are no good, but I thought they would give up too many points. It's exactly what they did. The Bills had a really rough offensive start. They did eventually get into the groove, but the Patriots almost won this game.
Yeah, the MVP he looks kind of bad.
Yeah, no, 16 completions on 29 attempts, 154 yards, 1 passing touchdown, and 1 interception. And his rushing, 6 carries, 30 yards. I mean, that's not terrible, but that's not Josh Allen level.
So
0 touchdowns on rushing.
There needs to be a conversation of, if the Bengals make the playoffs, does Joe Burrow deserve the MVP?
We're just going to have to see how these last 2 games go, I think. Because here's my thing. If Joe Burrow goes completely off against the Broncos next week, he might.
He might deserve it. That would actually be a decent little bet.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. It's probably terrible odds for Joe Burrow to win.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mac Hollins, 3 receptions, 3 targets, 2 receptions, 25 yards.
Yeah, and James Cook was the guy. I mean, 11 carries, 100 yards, 3 receptions, 26 yards, a touchdown in rushing, and a touchdown in receiving.
Did you see what Mac Hollins showed up in?
No.
He showed up in a full bear suit and barefoot.
Of course he did.
How could you not love Mac Hollins?
Yeah, no, he's a character for sure.
He's fun.
Drake May, 22 completions, 36 attempts, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He looked pretty damn good. Just more of a reason that they should be picking up Travis Hunter in the draft to actually give him someone to throw the ball to.
Or for someone to guard.
Yeah.
He said he wants to do both, right?
Yeah, he does want to do both, but I just don't see that happening. But
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, and then also one thing I want to go over too about Josh Allen, that interception too, that 1 interception he had, that was in the red zone.
There's the Mac Hollins.
He threw it. Oh my goodness.
He shows up in a full buffalo suit.
Yeah, maybe can we put that one up right here on the screen right now so y'all can see that? So y'all can see what I just seen. Don't understand that.
Such an
interesting game. Yeah, the Josh Allen interception reminded me of last year. I watched it and I was like, holy crap, that looked like an interception he would have thrown last year.
Was it a punt interception? Was that what it was?
No, he was moving the ball and then they get to the red zone and then there's boom. Interception. I was like, oh wow. I mean, that's good for me.
Oh, now I remember.
You've seen it, right?
Now I remember because I wasn't sure, and then it was the one in the back of the end zone.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a dumb pass.
That was a dumb pass. That's all I really have to say about that one. Patriots plus 14, cash it, super nice. But
all right, let's move on to the Jags Raiders.
Jags Raiders.
BTJ.
Yeah, let's.
BTJ dealt some BTA. I'm just gonna say, and they lost. But, man, he played out of his mind. 132 yards, 1 touchdown, 9 receptions, with a long of 62, a yak of 57.
Yeah, no, he looked absolutely great. I mean, I love this guy. He always looks good. He's a dog. What else is there to say?
Yeah, you got to realize, he had Jaden Daniels as his quarterback last year.
Yep.
And Malik Neighbors was on the other side of him.
Mm-hmm.
These LSU teams, man.
These LSU teams built some pretty damn good teams.
Well, time to draft freaking Garrett Nussmeier, whoever else is the wide receiver. No, you got to give it like a year or two. Whenever, because it was 4 years from Joe Burrow to Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, give it 4 years. Draft every single wide receiver in that class. And you're a championship team in 2 years.
So, Jags, 3 fumbles. 2 of them were lost. Tank Bigsby
took
a decline. He started off really good. Only 12 carries, 50 yards, 1 touchdown. Yes, he had a touchdown, but let's be honest, it doesn't matter. They lost the game,
though.
Yeah, Travis Etienne.
What the hell?
Yeah. Honestly, what the hell? I mean, he's looked really questionable.
Brock Bowers saved my fantasy team.
11 receptions, 99 yards.
I've got so many saviors. He was one of the big parts because I was down 88 to 143. She had nobody left. Brock Bowers had like 5 points at the time. And I was like, please, Brock, just turn up. Do something for me. Boom, 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 boom. 11 receptions, 99 yards. That's 10. That's 11 points in just PPR alone. Didn't score touchdowns, so he got me 20 points. I had Bijan, him, and Jonathan Taylor. They saved my season. I thought it was over.
All right, so I'm about to sound really stupid right now. You're about to flame me. But when did Josh Reynolds get on the Jags?
He's on the Jags.
Yeah, I had no idea. I thought he was on the Broncos still. I mean, I swear just a couple weeks ago I seen him catching passes for the Broncos, and I just looked. I'm like, Josh Reynolds?
I forgot he existed.
I'm just happy he's not on the Lions. I'm just happy he's not on the Lions. I mean, he sold the 49ers game. He dropped so many passes I can't even count on my 10 fingers.
49ers legend.
Yeah, exactly. 49ers fans love Josh Reynolds. They could use him right now.
No. We already have Debo.
But yeah, you already have one guy that drops passes.
But granted, we'll talk about that, but he had a game.
But yeah, you want to move on to the next? Your game, 49ers and Dolphins?
I want to real quick talk about Aiden O'Connell.
Okay, let's do it.
I saw that stash, and I was like, man, there's no way the Raiders can win this game. But that stash, there's something about it. It's prominent.
Yeah.
And it gives a little bit of vibes. It gives some good aura.
24 completions, 38 attempts, 257 yards, no passing touchdowns, no interceptions. He looked pretty good, but
63% completion.
But like I said, though, this is the Salvation Army Bowl. This is the Goodwill Bowl. This is the Walmart Bowl.
Yeah, well,
whatever you want to call it. This is the trash bowl.
Giants fans are pumped.
Yes, he threw 257 up against the Jags, but does it matter?
Yes.
I don't think. Oh, yes, I know.
Las Vegas dropped a 5th.
I'm not talking about that, though. I'm talking about you talking about Aiden O'Connell. Who do they play next week?
The
Saints. Yeah, they play the Saints. I don't think he does that again next week. I think this guy is no good.
But that was a huge game. Look at that.
Yeah,
they were second. Now they're 6th.
Yeah, I know. No, I seen that. I don't really get what they were thinking. I remember they asked the coach after in the interview. He was like, "Go talk to the GM," and I was like, "Okay."
Now they're gonna get your boy. Your boy keeps getting passed around. Will Johnson. I mean, right now that means Cam Ward might go to the Titans, which would be fun.
Look at
Imagine him just like nonchalantly throwing it to AJ Brown. He's just gonna, man, I'm too young for this.
But
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, next week though, and I hate to get off topic, but Raiders versus Saints. I mean, That's the battle of who's the best low-tier quarterback.
And
Spencer Rattler or Aiden O'Connell.
Put Jake Haener in.
I kind of like that game next week. That's going to be a fun game. You ready to move on now to your game?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
49ers at Dolphins. Dolphins win 29-17 against the 49ers. How you feeling?
That almost punched a hole through the wall.
Are you happy you didn't go? I know you're thinking about going.
Very happy we didn't go.
Yeah.
That almost punched a hole through the wall, actually. When Purdy threw that pick, he's like, God damn it. Boom, 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 boom. The entire wall started shaking. My mom looks at him and goes, you almost broke my wall. And he's like, thank God we didn't go spend money on that stupid game.
So, no offense on your boy, but Patrick Taylor Jr., that was one of your fantasy picks. 8 carries, 24 yards. He had a terrible game.
I mean, for the price he paid, the price he was, then it was a good game. But
yeah, still, though, it was very underwhelming.
George Kittle, go.
Yeah, George Kittle, awesome. I was actually with one of my boys watching the game.
Met his
wife. My boy Chandler. He needed George Kittle to go off to win his fantasy league. And not win, but go on to the championship, and that's exactly what he did. George Kittle went off and took him to the fantasy league championship. Man, he was really pumped with that one.
Man, I met his wife. She's awesome.
Debo looked good. 7 receptions on 9 targets, 96 yards and a touchdown.
Look what happens when he catches.
Yeah, the 49ers played a good game. They just didn't win.
Purdy, that pass was so annoying. It was a dumb pass. Did you see it?
No, I see it, yeah.
It was so retarded. Why are you throwing it there?
A-Chain, 17 carries, 120 yards, rushing touchdown, 6 receptions, 70 receiving yards. That's 190 total yards right there. Yeah, he looked awesome.
50 of them were actually yards.
Listen, just because they beat up on your team doesn't mean you got to hate on the guy.
No. He had that touchdown at the end after we all gave up.
Classic 49ers fans right here. What can I say? But no, A-Chain, great game. Awesome.
70 receiving yards.
They're keeping the Dolphins in the playoff hopes. Huh?
You missed that 70 receiving yards.
I said that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did say that. Because I said 190 total yards.
Oh.
But, yeah, great game. Keeping the Dolphins in the playoff hopes, even though I don't believe they'll make it. But they're still there.
Bengals will first.
Yeah, other than that, though, that's really all I'll talk about for this game.
It's so annoying.
49ers are out. Dolphins still have a chance. Dolphins look pretty decent. 49ers don't.
We're going to get a great... Oh, wait. Hold on. I missed that. QB pressures. Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot about the Calais Campbell thing, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, on our Saturday show... Well, meant to be Friday, but we'll ignore that. So, on our Friday show, I said Calais Campbell and Dominic Pooney is a matchup to watch. Guess who won that matchup?
I'm already knowing who won that matchup. That was a perfect call by you on that one.
It was Calais Campbell. Calais Campbell got a sack while Purdy was trying to throw it. He got hit by Calais Campbell that caused him to throw the pick. That was a great call by me. Mm-hmm. That was game altering. And then another one, Chop Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
I said Chop Robinson, really good rookie.
Yeah, no, you loved him. Yeah.
He got a sack on Purdy, and he's got a sick celebration.
Yeah, he did.
He walks over to the bench and just boom.
Yeah.
And the commentator was glazing it. He's like,
those are some great calls by you. Very, very good. Other than that, though, you ready to move on?
I know line. Yeah.
Okay, so this one right here really, really, really hurt. Our 6-leg parlay all came down to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to bring us home, and they did not.
He was crying.
They looked absolutely terrible. They sold my plus 772 parlay. It hurt right here in my heart, but it's okay because we're going to move on to the next one. 26-24, Cowboys win. Did you watch the game?
I did watch the game.
I watched the whole game, too.
I was sweating watching the game.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, though.
Me as well, man.
I was down 100 points. Or not 100 points. 44 points in fantasy. I had McMillan, I had Baker, and I had Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now up 20 points. We going to the championship, baby.
Great.
Going back
to back. Good job.
Sorry. Very humped.
But Baker Mayfield, 31 completions, 43 attempts, 303 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. I don't care. I see 303 yards. He sucked. He was terrible, man. No, he was terrible. It seems like every time Baker gets hyped up, he gets hyped up. Everyone thinks he's going to be good. Everyone thinks he's going to be great. And then every time that happens, he just crashes. Yes, I see 303 yards, but he didn't look good.
Minus 0.3 EPA. So
he was throwing bad passes, man. I mean, it was just insane. It's every time he gets hyped up, he has a bad game. I want to go back to a game because I'm talking about this, and I mean this. After they beat the Lions, everyone was hyping them up. Who did they lose to? The Broncos, 26-7. What did Baker Mayfield do? 25 completions, 33 attempts, 163 passing yards. He played terrible, and they were hyping him up. They do it again, and he plays terrible again.
Maybe it's a pressure. Maybe it's an offensive line team. Because another one I said, but he did a little bit worse. He was kind of a problem. Was Cody Monarchy or whatever. I forgot his name.
Mm-hmm.
He had a holding call that was huge in the game.
Yeah.
That was the one that led to the freaking 3rd and 40.
Yeah, no, that was it was insane. Baker, I mean, I don't get it sometimes. I just don't. I mean, yeah, I know you see 303 passing yards. You're like, oh, well, he played good. No, he didn't.
His EPA was very low.
Yeah, exactly.
Minus 0.3.
See, I was super disappointed in Baker Mayfield last night. Bucky Irving giving us more of a reason why he's the running back one on that team. Rachaad White only had 3 carries, but 10 yards, and every time he carried the ball, he looked terrible. Simple as that.
Mike Evans, he got locked down.
He did. He was doing his thing at first, and then 5 receptions, 69 yards.
Yeah, but all of them came in like the first 2 quarters.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was doing his thing at first, and then he got locked down.
Something
exactly
about
right.
it was weird.
He had 59 yards at the half. Only got 10 more in the second half.
Dad was pissed. Dad had the Mike Evans score a touchdown. And I walked in his room because I was hyped.
Mm-hmm.
I told him the script. I told him McMillan's going to score a touchdown. What's he do? Score a touchdown. And then Mike Evans never scores a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he said that he would burn down my room if Mike Evans didn't score a touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb played great, though. 7 receptions, 105 yards on 8 targets. He looked super good. Cooper Rush, he looked great. Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. This guy, he's looking way better than Dak Prescott. 11 passing touchdowns on the season with only 3 interceptions. I can tell you
8.6 EPA.
Yeah, I can tell you without even looking at Dak Prescott's numbers that is way better. And, he went to Central Michigan as well, so we love Cooper Rush.
Oh, we do?
Yes, we do.
Are we a Cooper Rush podcast?
Yeah, we're a Cooper Rush podcast. 100%.
I love Cooper Rush. He's fun.
No,
he always pulls these out, though.
This
is a Cooper Rush staple.
Yeah, it really
Winning
is.
a game he should never win. Commanders, he did to the Commanders,
Yeah,
too.
my heart hurt that the Bucs lost to ruin the parlay, but I got to give respect to the Cowboys. They played a great game and won it.
I'm very hyped that the Cowboys
Simple
win.
as that. I didn't even see this. Yeah, I forgot to talk about this. Rachaad White, more of a reason that he is not the running back 1 anymore. He's definitely running back 2. He fumbled the ball. Lost it and everything.
That was the game ending.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't Baker's fault, that one. He was getting tackled. He does a great play. Rolling out of the pocket, lightly lobs it. Oh, that Joe Burrow play. I just thought of that.
Yeah.
So he lobs that little pass up, and then Rachaad White gets it, and then just drops the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, super disappointing from the Bucs, especially since they had a chance to win the game at the end.
But now that I mentioned it, that Joe Burrow
terrible.
Play, how sick was that?
Yeah, it was.
Rolling out of the pocket, getting tackled, throws it perfectly to T. Higgins.
But now the Bucs, they're in trouble. They are in trouble.
How hard is it?
They might not make the playoffs.
I
mean, they're there with the Falcons now. I mean, they're both
playoff machine.
Yeah, technically the Falcons are in. They have the tiebreaker over Tampa Bay.
So they're in right now?
Yeah, they're in.
Who do the Falcons play?
Falcons play the Commanders next week, and then they have the Panthers to end it. But we all know the Bucs have a super easy last 2 games. Panthers next week, Saints in the last week. Both at home. They're easy games, but they are division games. If they get the job done,
they're giving the Bucs a 51% chance of making it.
Yeah, but I mean, if they would have won that game yesterday, they would have been locked.
So
near locked.
If the Bucs win, so they would be in if the Bucs win. What about if the Falcons win? So no, Falcons have to lose next week. And then what if let's say the Bucs lose and the Falcons win? So yeah. The Bucs have to win out, and the Falcons have to lose one of the next.
Yep.
2.
So yeah, because if they both win out, the Falcons are in. Bucs are out.
It is very probable though that the Falcons could lose to the
Commanders,
the Panthers.
Oh, Panthers. Okay. All right.
Both of them are probable.
Yeah.
Panthers look good.
Yeah, no, they do. Other than that though, that's all we really got for the Bucs game, right?
Yeah. You got a parlay for us?
Let's move on. Let's talk about the Monday night game first. We got Saints at Packers in Green Bay at Lambeau Field. 14.5-point favorites for the Packers. You guys know how I feel about 14-point spreads. I hate them. I think they're terrible. I mean, when you got a team win by 2 touchdowns, it's so hard to bet either side. I did take the Patriots at plus 14. It did work out for me. But there is just no way on earth I can take the Saints with that banged up team. They have no one, absolutely no one.
Their starting wide receiver is going to be Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
Yeah, exactly. There's no way I could bet the Saints plus 14.5.
Spencer Rattler, Kendre Miller, Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
Yeah, I know. That's a crazy squad right there. And when you got the Packers, they got Jordan Love. I mean, Jalen Reed, Josh Jacobs, a bunch of guys.
Tucker Kraft might have a game.
But he's been pretty good. How are you feeling, though? How you feeling about this game? You feel the same way that I'm feeling? There's no way the Saints win this game, right?
There's no shot.
I don't want to say no way because there's always a way, but
is there?
It's very, very small. It's about this small, maybe even that small right there.
Like LaFleur's 23-5 as a head coach in December or later, which is the second best record in NFL history.
Wow.
Vince Lombardi is the only other one. 21-4-2. How do you tie 2 times? Back in the olden days, they were weird, man. 2 ties? That's crazy.
And the Packers have a huge game next week in Minnesota. So they need to do something in this game to warm up for that game. But I mean, I like the Packers. There's not really much to talk about
can the Saints sign Drew Brees?
Can we bring back Drew Brees for the game?
Well, because
imagine that.
The Saints currently have a .357 win percentage, which is their worst winning percentage since their 3-13 season in 2005, which was the year they signed
Drew Brees
and Sean Payton.
Mm-hmm.
So, who's the next Drew Brees, Sean Payton? Is it Spencer Riddler and
right.
Mike Vrabel?
But no, poor Saints. Oh yeah, look at this. Marquez Valdes, questionable.
Oh.
So we don't even know if he's playing.
So
we don't even know if he's playing.
The starting wide receiver could be...
The starting wide receiver is someone that could be flipping burgers down at my local McDonald's right now.
Get in.
No offense.
We need to pad up.
Yeah, we're both going to pad up. We're going out to Lambeau after this video, and we're going to go play for the Saints, actually. You're going to see us on TV tonight.
Oh, I'm cooked then. My aunt has the defense of the Packers.
Oh,
that's her last player.
But,
maybe they'll just run it every play, so then they don't throw any interceptions.
Yeah, not really much else to talk about. I got a parlay for you guys. It's a plus 110 parlay. I got you guys the Packers first half money line. Packers -3. I know that spread's a little low. I'm just taking it for a little bit of protection. I know they're going to win the game. I don't want to take 6.5. I definitely don't want to take the 14, so I'm going to take the -3.5 on the alternate spread. So I got those 2 legs. Give me Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown, and then give me Jordan Love to throw for 200 passing yards. So let me give you guys some reasoning for those 2 props right there. Josh Jacobs, he's 57% on the season, and the Saints is 20.
Hey guys, sorry for the inconvenience. We had a camera problem. My phone overheated. So we're going to go from where we just left off.
Yep.
What's the reasoning?
We just ended off. I just gave you guys the props. Let me give you all the reasoning really quick. I'm going to give you guys the reasoning for the 2 props I gave out. You don't really need reasoning for the Packers first half, the Packers -3, but you do need reasoning for the props because we all know the Packers are going to take care of business tonight. Josh Jacobs, anytime TD. The Saints are 26 in running back touchdown defense, and he's 57% on the year. And props.cash has him at a 1 second, I'm pulling it up. Don't worry. Hold your horses. 1.46 projection touchdown. Love it. He's 5 for 5 in the last 5 games and 8 for 10 in the last 10. Jordan Love, 200 passing yards, 83% on the season, 28 in passing yard defense for the Saints, and the projections on props.cash has him at a whopping 335.32. I know, that's crazy. That's 100 yards over his original line, which is 233.5. I'm not 100% if I'm playing it yet, but I kind of like the 250 passing yards. I know it's plus money. Follow the Twitter, follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok. I will let you guys know for sure if I will be playing that one by, I would say, 6 p.m.
Yep. All right, so we got those out of the way. We already went all of these over, but we got
plus 110 if I didn't say that. Sorry to cut you off. Plus 110 parlay, 4 legs.
All right, so we already talked about these games, so we're going to be pretty good at talking about these
games. Yeah, right?
So, for context, we're still a new podcast, so we're trying to figure out a setup. So, we have hopeful plans, but nothing's been confirmed. So, we're outside right now in the middle of Florida heat.
Yeah.
So, it is brutal right now. The camera overheated, so we lost all the footage we talked about. We talked about these Christmas games and Thursday.
Yes, we did. But we're going to talk about them again for y'all. I know some of you guys are probably thinking, Florida Heat, this guy's in a jacket right now. I know. I'm crazy.
Cold. I thought it was cold. I told him. He's like,
yeah, I was like, is it cold? He's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, okay, all right, let me put no, it's not. It's a little sweaty under here right now, but it's okay. We're gonna slice these ones thin for y'all. We're gonna bang them through. Let's do it. So we got Chiefs at Steelers, Christmas Day, 1 p.m. Chiefs minus 2.5 spread. Total's 43.5. What's your take?
For this one, I love minus 2.5.
Yep, we've already talked about that. Banging the Chiefs minus 2.5. We don't have too many player props for y'all yet. These aren't the official picks. The official picks will be out on the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We're going to get all those out for you guys as soon as possible, so do not forget to follow those.
Real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right,
So rushing, hammer the unders.
Hammering the unders.
For the Steelers.
Okay. All right, I like it.
Statistically, the Chiefs are one of the best run defenses in the NFL.
Yep.
And the Steelers are the worst. Can you tell me what the line is? For Steelers rushing. All right.
Najee Harris, 43.5. He's projected under. Jalen Warren, 36.5. Projected under. I love it.
I would hit the under on Najee. I'm not so sure about Warren. I think Warren could expose this defense to anybody. Najee's way too slow. Somebody go feed him some. What was it? What did he eat? He was like something. One of the players' wives gave him something that was really good.
I don't even remember. He's like,
I felt really bloated. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of puked a few times in the first half. I ate too much of this yams or something like that.
Yeah, but other than that, official picks will be out again. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us up. We'll have those linked at the end of the video. Follow us for the official picks. But a little early pick: rushing yards under for the Steelers. Chiefs minus 2.5. Book it.
Yeah. All right, Ravens Texans. This is going to be a good Christmas Day game. It's on Netflix, so we might have a little choppy, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully Netflix fix your stuff. I don't want it to be like the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. I want to watch this smoothly.
All right, so spread's minus 5. I don't like that. I don't like any spread.
Yeah, no, I don't want to pick a side, but, I mean, we talked about this earlier. We're going to get right to it. Ravens money line. It feeds right into the Ravens winning the division play that we gave out last week. I absolutely love it. Ravens are going to take care of business at the Texans.
And another one we talked about already. I want every under for the rushing yards on the Texans.
Yep, and then we also love Derrick Henry to go over.
Under C.J. Stroud, under Joe Mixon.
Yep, we
Joe
got
Mixon's historically bad against the Ravens.
Yeah, we got against the Ravens. He's played them 7 times, 29%, going over 67.5. So he's 71% on the under at 67.5. Love that. C.J. Stroud, he's at 14.5. We're taking that under as well too. Yeah. And then Derrick Henry, 91.5. I think we might as well just hammer him for the 100 rushing yards. Then again, like I said, we'll let you know.
They're going to kick their butt. I don't think it'll matter.
I think they're going to kick their butt. Derrick Henry's going to rush it at the end. Simple as that.
The statistics are showing. Now, granted, I will give it to the Ravens. They are a very on-paper team, but they are all favorites. Mm-hmm. Every single stat, everything you can imagine, they are all favorites. Yep. And I like the Ravens.
Yeah, no, I absolutely love the Ravens. Give me the Ravens on the money line. Chiefs minus 2.5. Christmas Day.
We're talking about a real threat team in the AFC. All right, last one on the doctorate.
Thursday night football. Let's do it.
Bears, Seahawks.
In Chicago, Soldier Field.
This is going to be a fun one.
Seahawks minus 3.5.
Give me the Seahawks.
You want the Seahawks? You want the spread?
I want the spread.
He wants the spread minus 3.5. Personally, give me the Seahawks money line.
I liked the Bears too much, and I got burned.
Yep, you definitely did get burned.
The Bears beat the hell out of me. But what's the Caleb Williams to not throw a pick? Can you hook that up?
Caleb Williams did not throw a pick.
Let's just keep that consistent.
Yeah, he's been great. It's not up yet.
Oh. All right.
We'll let you guys know.
If it's plus money, we're hammering it.
Okay.
If it's not, then don't. Because Caleb Williams might be the most debate-like player ever.
It's exactly what I said a couple weeks ago when we played it. He rolls out of the pocket and he throws the ball away. He doesn't force anything. I love it.
Good quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. He has IQ.
And Geno Smith is going to have a game, I think. Actually, no. I think it's Ken Bone game. Ken Bone Walker.
Okay.
So, let's look at some statistic advantages. So, defenses dominate in this game, statistically. There's only really one. There's not a single position on offense that's 5 stars to the offense, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The best stat we have is rushing versus stacked boxes. No, wait, never mind. That's the Bears. The best one is deep passing is for the Seahawks, but I feel like that one's very swayed for the Bears because you know what happened with Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
So that's an interesting one. He's gonna put all the picks on the Twitter, so
yeah, exactly. We don't. These are just our early leans, early picks, but official stuff. Like I said, one more time: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Follow those. We'll give you our for sure picks on there.
Yeah.
But anything else you want to talk about for that game?
No.
Now, right before we end this, one last thing I would like to talk about, little pop up. We just got all the spreads, the money lines for Week 17. Lions, 3.5 point favorites in Santa Clara against the 49ers, 51.5. How are we feeling about that? 3.5 line opening for the Lions. You think that's a little too low?
Why are we projected to be in this game? We're gonna get our butts.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to hate right now on the 49ers. You know, you guys are already out, no hate, but 3.5 just seems a little low for the Lions, don't you think?
3.5 is really low. What's the over under?
It's 51.5.
That's gonna be. I think the Lions alone hit that.
Yeah, just because the Lions, you know, they were on the revenge tour. They took care of the Seahawks on the revenge tour. They took care of the Packers on the revenge tour. They took care of the Bears on the revenge tour.
Oh, my mic's dying.
And now all they got to do, what?
Noted.
All they got to do now to finish this off is take care of the 49ers on the revenge tour. We're going to get it done.
All right, we're going to hope this is working.
Now, we're not going to talk too much more about that game. I think we're going to end it right there.
Yeah, I think the over is probably likely. I think
1.5.
George Kittle's going to have a game.
Yep. We'll talk more about this game, of course, on Monday or Friday. We'll see you guys then, of course. Yeah. Thank you guys always for watching and giving us support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's, even though we will see you again before New Year's. Don't worry about that. But, of course, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.